l'homme. Est-ce qu'il pourrait nous évoquer pour nous le 11 septembre, ses souvenirs du 11 septembre, puisque l'on commémore le 10e anniversaire, et l'élection d'Obama, dont la réélection est pour le moment en difficulté. Ça, c'est pour l'homme. Et pour le comédien, dont on connaît la réplique célèbre « Je suis trop vieux pour ces conneries », est-ce qu'il n'est pas un peu trop jeune pour un hommage?
I don't know whether to begin with the first one or the second one. I realized that on July 22nd this year, I was 65 years old. So you begin to figure out how you organize your life, and certainly I'm excited to be that age. I try to discount being that age most times, but I try to do something that's active. And whenever you receive some sort of tribute, some sort of acknowledgement of your work, it only provides a moment, a glimpse at your life and everyone else who's contributed to that, to what we're celebrating. I mean, it's not, I've always thought that my career is not simply my career in the vacuum, or my career singularly. My career represents so many things, both for my family, the part of which I'm a continuum of, a part of it represents so much for the future when I look in the face of my 7.5-year-old grandson, and it's a celebration of my remarkable marriage to a remarkable woman for the last 2 years. So all of that comes together in some kind of way. That's the first. And to basically go a little bit further in the relationship that I have as an artist to all the great actors and actresses whose shoulders that I stand on, those who are of African descent, and I could name so many of them, but all actors, all actors around the world, you know, that I'm a part of the descendant of them and their work. And that makes you feel extraordinary that you have the opportunity simply in the expression of your passion to be able to also realize that you're part of a much larger family as well. And the second part of the very first part of the question is perhaps one of the most challenging aspects of being here. First of all, on the 10th anniversary of the tragedy of 9/11. But also in recognizing the tragedy of 9/11, we have to also consider the aftermath and to ask ourselves a simple question: is the world more safer 10 years after the fact? Or are we, in some sense, more secure 10 years after the fact for not only the actions that the United States has taken, my country, but also the actions that have been taken in this quiet unity that's been created around this war on terror. And for us to believe that there is some insight to this, some endpoint to this, is deluding ourselves. We must understand that the world becomes more safer when we attempt to deal with the issues of poverty and wealth distribution. The world becomes more safer when we use our resources to elevate the human dynamic as opposed to losing those resources in this ongoing escapade around war. The world becomes more safer then the world becomes more safer when we love each other. The world becomes more safer when we try to develop, as Dr. King often referenced, the beloved community. And the world becomes more safer when we understand that we're a mere species on the entire planet, and the planet relies on us primarily as the intelligent force to rescue it, to nourish it, to be a steward. I was born about 25 months after a major invasion, not far from here, that freed Europe from fascism, that freed Europe from Germany's occupation, Hitler's occupation. And that war, which I am in some sense, we all are the manifestation of that war, as terrible as it was, pales in comparison to what we've done to humanity since then, whether in Africa or Asia, whether it's in Latin America, what we've done to humanity since then. And so the question becomes for us is, how do we now create a new paradigm? How do we take this christening of this moment, which has been celebrated for by so many, and of liberation, and use that as a catalyst for our own nurturing and evolution as human beings, not in the face of war, but in the face of peace.